Beef prices in Canada have surged 19% in a single quarter. Grocery costs are up over 30% since 2021. So when you spot a cheap pack of meat at Walmart Canada, every instinct says grab it. But that sticker price doesn't account for fat percentage, water loss, edible yield, or whether the product's been mechanically tenderized. In 2026, the cheapest pack in your cart may be the most expensive mistake on your receipt. Canada's Food Price Report, released in December 2025, lands a hard truth. The price of beef jumped 19% in just the first quarter of 2025. That's not a blip, it's a surge that has left meat counters across the country feeling out of reach for many families. Statistics. Canada's February 2026 numbers confirm the trend, with fresh and frozen beef climbing nearly 14% over the previous year. The overall cost of groceries has soared by more than 30% since 2021, pushing weekly food budgets to the breaking point. For most Canadians, these numbers aren't just statistics. They are the reason why a pack of discounted ground beef or a family-sized tray of chicken thighs suddenly feels like a small victory. But the sticker price on that meat is only the beginning of the story. In 2026, every dollar spent in the meat aisle carries more weight. A cheap-looking package can hide a lower yield, a higher fat percentage, or a looming expiry date. Water loss, trim quality, and even the size of the pack itself can quietly turn a bargain into a loss. With food inflation running between 4 and 6% for the year ahead. According to the latest projections, the pressure to chase the lowest price is real. Yet, as these numbers show, mistakes in the meat aisle are more expensive than ever. The risk isn't just paying a few cents more. It's missing the real cost hiding behind that tempting price tag. Walmart Canada's reputation for low prices is not an accident. For decades, its everyday low price, or EDLP promise, has been printed on flyers, broadcast in commercials, and posted at the entrance of nearly every store. The message is simple. Why shop around when Walmart claims to have the lowest price every day, no exceptions? Each week, a new flyer lands in mailboxes and inboxes across the country, packed with bold red numbers and one-off deals. The effect is powerful. Many shoppers walk in assuming that whatever they grab from the meat section is already the best deal in town. But the reality behind that confidence is more complicated. The EDLP slogan is a marketing tool, not a guarantee of the lowest price on every item, every week. Flyers highlight a handful of eye-catching specials, but most meat products are priced according to market trends, supplier contracts, and regional demand. A shelf tag might look like a steal, but it rarely tells the whole story. Meat is not cereal or canned beans. With meat, the true cost is hidden in the fine print: price per kilogram, fat percentage, expiry date, trim quality, and even the size or shape of the package. Whether the product is fresh, frozen, seasoned, or processed can swing the value by dollars per meal. A family pack on the end cap might appear cheaper, but if it expires in 2 days or includes extra water weight, the savings vanish. Walmart's price image is built to be trusted at a glance, but in 2026, a quick glance is not enough. Shoppers who rely on branding and bold numbers risk missing the variables that matter most. The real question is not whether Walmart is always the cheapest. It is whether the shortcuts we take in the aisle help us save or set us up to lose more in the long run. Every sticker in the meat aisle tells just one part of the story. The real cost of that package goes far beyond the bold price on the label. Canadian law requires every pack of meat to display a price per kilogram, but even that number can be misleading if you do not know what is inside. Fat percentage is the first variable. Regular ground beef in Canada can contain up to 30% fat, while extra lean drops to 10% or less. That difference matters. Higher fat means less edible meat after cooking, so a cheaper pack often shrinks more in the pan. Edible yield is the next factor. Bone-in chicken thighs, for example, lose up to 1/3 of their weight once skin and bones are removed. Pork shoulder or beef brisket can drop even more after trimming and cooking. Expiry date is another hidden cost. Packages close to their best before date may be marked down, but if you cannot use the meat in time, the deal disappears. Processing matters too. Fresh cuts, frozen blocks, seasoned or pre-marinated meats, and mechanically tenderized products all come with different price points and preparation risks. Mechanically tenderized beef, for instance, must carry a clear label in Canada, since the process can push bacteria deeper into the meat, requiring careful cooking. Package size and markdown timing also play a role. Family packs may look like a bargain, but waste from unused portions can erase the savings. Markdowns often appear just before expiry, tempting shoppers with a lower price, but only if the meat is still usable. A seasoned butcher knows that price per kilogram is only the starting point. To find true value, you have to check fat percentage, calculate how much meat will be left after cooking, inspect the expiry date, and understand what kind of processing the product has undergone. In 2026, with food inflation squeezing every dollar, these hidden variables make the difference between a smart buy and a costly mistake. The next step is to see how these numbers play out in real time, with live math that turns a cheap sticker price into the actual cost per edible serving. A butcher lines up 2 packs of ground beef. One is regular, marked $8.99 per kilogram with 20% fat. The other is extra lean at $11.49 per kilogram with 5% fat. The shelf price suggests regular is cheaper, but after cooking, regular loses about 20% of its weight, leaving only 800 grams of edible meat per kilogram. Extra lean holds on to more, 950 grams per kilogram. When recalculated, regular costs $11.24 per edible kilogram, and extra lean costs $12.09 per edible kilogram. The difference narrows, and discounts or family packs can flip the outcome. Chicken tells a similar story. Bone-in thighs, promoted at $6.49 per kilogram, yield just 65% edible meat. The real cost jumps to $9.98 per edible kilogram, almost matching boneless cuts from a rival store. Frozen chicken breasts, listed at $8.99 per kilogram, lose 5% to thawing, raising the true price to $9.46 per edible kilogram. Watch yield and trim when comparing prices. A price board comparing Walmart, Loblaws, and Costco reveals the lowest sticker can hide the highest real cost. In 2026, with beef up 19%, every lost gram matters. Walmart Canada's satisfaction guarantee gives shoppers a rare kind of leverage in the meat aisle. If a pack of chicken or beef turns out to be spoiled, off color, or just not up to standard, a refund or replacement is not only possible, it is policy. The guarantee applies whether the meat was bought in store, picked up curbside, or delivered to your door. For most groceries, the standard return window is 30 days. But for fresh meat, poultry, and seafood, Walmart's official language goes further. There is no time limit on satisfaction. If the product fails to meet expectations, you can bring it back for a full refund, even weeks after purchase. A budget-conscious shopper, after finding grayish steaks in a family pack, heads straight to the service desk with the receipt. The staff inspects the package, confirms the issue, and processes an immediate refund. No arguments, no hoops to jump through. The same process works for online orders through the app's order history or by calling the 1-800 customer support line for home deliveries. The key is to keep your receipt and the original packaging whenever possible. If you are denied at the counter, ask for a store manager or escalate to the regional customer experience team. Walmart's guarantee is more than a slogan. It is a practical tool for protecting your grocery budget when something goes wrong. On January 15, 2025, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency issued Recall number 2025 R0234 for Walmart Canada, premium ground beef after E. coli 0157H7 was detected in multiple batches. The recall covered every Walmart Canada store and all online orders, with a mandatory stop sale and refund policy. The public notice listed the affected lot numbers and urged anyone who bought the product to return it for a full refund, no questions asked. Walmart updated its recall center the same day, sent email alerts, and posted signs in store to reach both online and walk-in shoppers. Recalls like this are not rare, and they highlight why checking for safety alerts should be part of every meat purchase. Before adding any pack to your cart, scan the label for lot numbers and look for recall warnings on the Walmart website or at the meat counter. This habit matters, especially with products labeled mechanically tenderized. In Canada, these products must carry a warning that says mechanically tenderized may contain bone fragments, along with a reminder to cook the meat to at least 71 degrees Celsius or 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Mechanically tenderized beef is more likely to carry bacteria deep inside, making proper cooking non-negotiable. Food safety is not just about expiry dates or how the meat looks on the shelf. It is about staying alert to recalls, reading every label, and following safe cooking instructions. In a year when food budgets are tight and every dollar counts, skipping these steps can turn a bargain into a risk. In 2026, Canadian grocery inflation means every dollar counts. But with meat, the lowest shelf price hides real costs, including fat, water loss, expiry, and more. The smart shopper weighs price per kilogram, trim, package size, and processing. Because today, the real risk isn't paying more, it's paying blindly. Stay sharp.